Hello guys, welcome to this video. The only man in Kenya Kwanza, Mrs. Gathoni Wamuchomba, made the news. This is the only lady that dared to shoot down the proposed finance bill. This is a manifestation of character and manifestation of courage that has not been equaled by any lady ever since the dawn of independence in this country. So, why are the men finally really behaving like women? Why are they not standing for what is right? This is simple. These people, most people that call themselves men ruling this country, most of these people are fearful. They are cowards. They are afraid of losing their offices. They are afraid of being thrown out of the favor of the president and ending up in the political cold. They are afraid of what is happening to Haiti. They think it may happen to them at any time. So most of these people want to manifest loyalty, of course false loyalty, when we know very well deep down they are boiling. They are really boiling and boiling inside over these finance bills that the president is passing. So this finance bill is an iron-fisted policy, a policy that has been forced down upon the throats of Kenyans. We all saw a few days ago in Parliament advocacy groups and civil society organizations who are fighting tremendously. They are fighting very hard against this bill, and the bill passes like nobody's business. So this is a situation whereby we see the president forcing his way through his party politics, and this is really not a democratic. There is no way a democratic dispensation can work through coercion. When coercion is taking place and things are passed using force, that can only mean one thing, that this is a democracy on paper, but in actual practice it is a tyranny. It is only in a tyrannic state that the wishes of one individual override the wishes of the many Kenyans. And this is the reality of the matter. Democracy should only work because it is based upon the wishes of the many. If we fail to listen to the many, we listen to the one. And when you listen to one person, it really makes no difference between calling this country a democracy and calling it a monarchy, because it's only a monarchy whereby we have few individuals who are making decisions for the entire country. So these rulers in the past have made these kinds of mistakes. Sometimes when you have too much power, you forget your senses, you get somehow lost, and you cannot see the real view of things. This is the state of mind where Ruto is right now. He is overwhelmed by his boyhood dreams. He has many visions for the country, to develop the country, but at the same time, you cannot develop a hungry man. You cannot think like being too visionary to really not be able to think about the life of the people that you want to develop. For example, if people die because they are unable to afford food, who will be able to travel in these roads that are being built? It does not make sense. So in fact, there are things that come first in this life, and one of them is that survival has to be guaranteed. That is the most important thing, because if you do not survive, no matter how much wealth you have, and no matter how much you have nothing, because you are not there, you are not alive to be able to really enjoy it. So my diagnosis for this situation is what I call failed democracy, because the members of parliament are afraid of expressing their true thoughts, because this will lead them to political disfavor or political anger of William Ruto. It's only one lady, Gathoni Wamuchomba, who dared to speak her mind, and democracy should be about that, people talking their mind, not just people being swayed and being bought like chicken in the market. So if a parliament can be bought like that, it only shows you how small this country is. That our democracy is still at its total infancy, because you can imagine if one man can buy parliament like that. That shows that the people that we elected as members of parliament don't have any character at all, because they are supposed to represent the face of this country, not just the face of one man. Or maybe they think that disobeying one man will be more painful than disobeying the wishes of many, because in most cases these people weigh what we call benefits and costs. So the cost of disobeying one man is greater than the cost of disobeying many. Anyway, this is how now the world really goes. So but even though evil and improper practices, people who manipulate the system and take advantage of rules to their favors keep existing, there is still hope that people like Gathoni Wamuchomba can also express themselves in this world. That we can have people like Robert, there is a certain MP Robert, people who can speak up the truth and speak the truth to power without fear or favor. This is what I believe will really make an influence, because at the end of the day, all leaders in this country were elected by the people, but at the same time these leaders are human beings, and human beings, we all know, are capable of errors. And one of these errors, especially when you get into political power, is the error that you get disjointed from the reality. You have this super ego. You think you can do very many things by simply speaking, but at the same time these words have consequences, and there are people who are paying the price of each and every syllable. So it is a wake-up call to our political leaders, not only to think about themselves but also think about the Kenyans. For example, if you are taxing a chama something that runs by 200 shillings, so you can imagine the government's hands coming to 200 bob. What for? These are some of the things that really don't make any economic sense. They really show that the government is dry, and that the debts have reached the limit of borrowing from outside, so they have to now make life miserable from the inside. But the problem with this kind of thing is that people don't suffer so much without thinking. So there will come a time when Kenyans will not be able to take this anymore, and this may lead to political instability, though we are praying that we don't end up in such a situation. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share and subscribe.